What is space archaeology?
Space archaeology is any use of space-based assets to map archaeological sites.
I can't help but think that everything you're doing here on Earth can now be applied when we're mapping the moon or Mars or Venus.
We're just starting to have more and more conversations with planetary scientists, with NASA.
I wanted to pivot to Egypt because that's one of your specialties.
Give me 3 minutes, I will prove that the pyramids were not built by aliens.
Please, can you do that?
What if some of the most mysterious patterns carved into Earth weren't just art, but a fully functioning cosmic code? Thanks to quantum AI and some of the most powerful satellite imaging systems ever built, scientists may have just uncovered something mind-blowing, a star map embedded in Peru's ancient Nazca Lines. But this isn't about guessing shapes in the sand. This is about 3D terrain, encoded constellations, harmonic frequencies, and maybe, just maybe, a forgotten global network that knew the stars better than we do. Welcome to Space Archaeology. We're not talking about aliens or spaceships here. This is real, measurable science. Space archaeology is the use of space-based technology, like satellites, drones, and multispectral imaging, to uncover secrets buried beneath Earth's surface. These tools help scientists explore places that ground surveys would take years to study. In recent years, experts have turned their lenses toward the vast Nazca Desert, a place famous for its mysterious geoglyphs that stretch for miles. But thanks to new AI systems trained on quantum data, what we're discovering goes way beyond birds and monkeys drawn in the sand. It looks like the Nazca civilization was working with something much bigger. A quantum AI reveals the unseen deep mind, in collaboration with MIT, developed a quantum AI model and fed it thousands of high-res satellite images of the Nazca Plateau. But unlike past attempts, this system viewed the terrain from multiple angles and elevations, mimicking how holograms work. What it found stunned everyone. The Nazca lines didn't just form flat pictures. They revealed a 3D projection of constellations, matching actual spatial star clusters, not just 2D star charts. This aligns closely with the holographic universe theory, where the universe is like a projection from a lower dimensional structure. That's theoretical physics. But somehow an ancient culture might have mapped that exact concept thousands of years ago. Beneath the surface, subterranean codes. But the magic wasn't just on the surface. The same AI, equipped with quantum radar modeling, revealed resonance nodes hidden underground. These subsurface points aligned perfectly with where the geoglyphs intersected cosmic constellations. Even more surprising, these nodes matched natural electromagnetic anomalies and tectonic quiet zones, suggesting the Nazca might have understood Earth's vibrational or magnetic grid. It's as if their symbols weren't just visual, they resonated with cosmic frequencies. This wasn't just a message to the stars, it was a message through the Earth itself. Time encoded in stone. The AI also discovered temporal patterns. The distances between specific geoglyphs weren't random. They aligned with known astronomical cycles. For example, some spacing correlated precisely with the 18.6-year lunar nodal cycle, an event that affects tides and eclipses. Others matched the Venus-Sun synodic cycle, a 584-day rhythm. These lines weren't just ceremonial pathways or sacred art. They were timekeepers, astronomical calendars that track the rhythms of the cosmos with uncanny precision. This brings the Nazca lines into the same category as Stonehenge and the Mayan temples. But here's the kicker. The Nazca lines appear to encode both space and time at once. Cosmic frequencies in the sound of the universe. As if that wasn't enough, the AI also recognized harmonic patterns in the line formations. Why? Because it had been trained on radio astronomy data, including mysterious signals like the famous WOW signal and pulsar waveforms. And when it looked at Nazca, it saw something familiar. Some Nazca formations mirrored the same harmonic ratios found in deep space radio pulses. This isn't about alien contact, it's about what researchers now call archocryptographic mimicry. In other words, ancient civilizations may have encoded natural rhythms, patterns they sensed in stars, vibrations, or even sounds into their architecture. It's like they were sketching the music of the universe into the Earth. A global navigation grid? This is where things get even more fascinating. When researchers extended the Nazca lines across the globe using geodetic models, many of the lines aligned perfectly with other ancient megalithic sites, including the pyramids of Giza, Easter Island, and Angkor Wat. Coincidence? The AI didn't think so. It suggested that the Nazca Plateau might have served as a global node, a kind of prime meridian in an ancient navigational system. Think about it. Polynesians crossed oceans using only the stars. Greeks estimated Earth's circumference thousands of years ago. What if these ancient traditions were all part of one shared global knowledge system, linked through sacred geography? The Nazca lines weren't just pointing to the stars, they were pointing across the Earth, connecting humanity's sacred sites in a vast cosmic web. DNA evidence hints at oceanic migration. The next big surprise didn't come from the sky or from space, it came from the dirt. Researchers took soil samples around key Nazca geoglyph intersections and analyzed them using AI-powered DNA sequencing. What they found blew open conventional archaeology. The samples contained genetic markers linked to early Pacific coastal cultures and, more shockingly, possible Polynesian DNA. This kind of cross-ocean connection isn't supposed to exist in the archaeological timeline. But if true, it means the knowledge behind the Nazca lines may have traveled across oceans, passed down by star navigators who mapped the heavens while sailing the seas. The Nazca star map might not be an isolated creation. It could be a legacy of shared cosmic knowledge passed through generations of ocean voyagers. Hidden microgeoglyphs uncovered. And just when we thought we'd seen everything, the AI went deeper, literally. Using multispectral filtering, the system uncovered tiny etchings hidden inside the larger geoglyphs, micropatterns invisible to the naked eye. These thin, deliberate lines weren't weather marks or random scratches. They appeared mathematically precise, like fine print in stone. Some experts believe they represent celestial angles or encoded star cycles, a kind of ancient algebra written into the sand. Just like the cuneiform tablets of Mesopotamia hid astronomical records in tiny markings, these microgeoglyphs could change how we interpret the entire Nazca system. We're no longer talking about drawings. We're talking about data, ancient, analog data recorded in geometric code, confirmed star alignments with modern precision. With all this talk of speculation, you might ask, how do we know it's real? That's where astronomy steps in. By adjusting for the Earth's axial precession, its slow wobble over thousands of years, researchers match specific Nazca formations with known constellations as they would have appeared 2,000 years ago. And the matches are too precise to ignore. A trio of lines corresponds perfectly to Orion's belt. The famous spiral-tailed monkey matches the 3D layout of the Pleiades star cluster. A massive cross-shaped trapezoid aligns with the Southern Cross, a major navigational aid in the Southern Hemisphere. Even more impressive, the proportions and angular distances on the ground reflect the actual positions of stars in the sky at that time. That kind of accuracy shouldn't be possible without telescopes or modern instruments. Unless, of course, they had other tools or other ways of knowing. Experts weigh in. A new era of archaeology. The revelations uncovered by quantum AI didn't just shock the public, they caught the attention of leading minds in archaeology, astronomy, and artificial intelligence. Dr. Sarah Parcak, a renowned space archaeologist, highlights how AI breaks through human limitations. Where a trained researcher might miss patterns after hours of scanning satellite data, the AI finds meaning in pixels. She called the system a superpowered Google Earth, revealing things no human eye would detect. Dr. Avi Loeb from Harvard, best known for hunting signs of extraterrestrial tech, says findings like Nazca's demonstrate that civilizations leave celestial fingerprints behind. For Loeb, decoding ancient star maps on Earth is as valuable as hunting alien relics in deep space. Meanwhile, Dr. Masato Sakai and his team from Yamagata University, pioneers in using AI for Nazca research, confirmed that they've discovered more geoglyphs in months than previous generations found in decades. His colleague, Peruvian archaeologist Johnny Iller, put it plainly, what once took years now takes days. With tools like these, we're rewriting history faster than ever and unlocking mysteries we never thought we'd solve. Why the Nazca lines still matter today. Some skeptics might dismiss the AI's discoveries as overinterpretation or coincidence. But here's the thing, even if we strip away the cosmic speculation, the Nazca lines still represent one of humanity's most impressive feats. Created between 200 BCE and 500 CE, using nothing but stones and simple tools, these geoglyphs have survived for nearly 2,000 years in the Peruvian desert. And now, thanks to quantum AI, we're seeing them not just as desert art, but as data-rich, multi-dimensional monuments. Whether you believe they were used for ceremonies, astronomy, water rituals, or navigation, one thing is clear. The Nazca people had a profound understanding of the world around them and above them. They saw the sky as their calendar, their compass, and their spiritual map, and they etched that vision into the earth, hoping it would outlast them. It did. A final reflection, ancient eyes on the cosmos. What makes this story so powerful isn't just the Nazca lines themselves. It's what they reveal about us. From the deserts of ancient Peru to the data centers of modern AI labs, we've always looked up. We've always tried to understand the stars, and we've always tried to leave something behind. A record, a monument, a message. The Nazca lines remind us that this quest is nothing new. Our ancestors were already doing it, mapping the heavens into stone, syncing their lives with the rhythms of the universe, long before telescopes or supercomputers existed. And now, with quantum AI and satellite eyes, we're finally starting to understand what they left behind. Maybe one day, future civilizations or civilizations beyond our world will look at our satellite trails, our data logs, our deep space probes, and try to decode what we were thinking. Until then, the lines in the desert still speak, and now finally we're learning to listen. Could this be humanity's first analog supercomputer? Think about this. What if the Nazca lines weren't just symbolic or spiritual, but functional? Some researchers now suggest the layout may represent the earliest analog computation system ever designed, a kind of open-air astronomical computer carved into the Earth. The idea isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Like a sundial or astrolabe, the Nazca formations might have used light, shadow, and star alignments to track solstices, lunar phases, and planetary positions in real time. The spatial layout, precise angular separations, and temporal codes found by the AI all point to the possibility of a working celestial model, updated as the skies moved. It's possible the Nazca people didn't think of this as art, but as a tool, a way to visualize, calculate, and perhaps even predict cosmic cycles. If true, then what lies in the desert of Peru may not just be a message to the heavens, but a machine for understanding them. What if there are more sites like Nazca? If AI can uncover this level of complexity beneath a known archaeological site, it raises an exciting and daunting question. How many more ancient landscapes around the world hide similar secrets? Sites in Central Asia, the Middle East, and the Sahara are largely unscanned by modern multispectral satellites. Places like the Uffington Whitehorse in the UK, the Atacama Giant in Chile, or Australia's Murray Man might also contain buried codes and cosmic connections we've yet to interpret. The success of quantum AI at Nazca suggests a massive opportunity, a global archaeological revolution where machine learning and satellite imaging can scan our entire planet for forgotten languages written in geometry and space. Maybe the Nazca lines are not an exception. Maybe they're part of a global tapestry of civilizations who all looked up, studied the same sky, and left behind messages waiting to be decoded. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a revelation.